Good morning, people. I'm here in South Africa. Nice and cold day. As you can see, it's a thick jacket. I want to speak about money because of the economical, up and coming economical collapse. Everyone's talking about it. I see it on YouTube, Facebook, and amongst friends. People are talking about the coming economical collapse. South Africa is obviously in a different state where we have politicians and whatever, and the Guptas, and you can go and do your research. Hopefully, this video goes further than South Africa. But what I want to talk about today is the law of attraction, free money, and the cost of starting a business, and the lies out there. It's actually a joke, but I was talking to one of my best friends, and he's he said, "Oh, he doesn't have capital and to start a business." I told him, "Well, what capital do you need? Where does capital come from?" And obviously, if you want to purchase a business, there's a certain price to that specific business. But the long and the short is, everything on this earth is actually free. Now, you're gonna say I'm a liar, and it might sound like that, but if you think a little bit further about this, um, Einstein's theory of relativity says that energy cannot be created nor destroyed. So money is basically just energy. Um, that's all it is energy. And if you ask yourself the question, how much is the money worth that's in my wallet? Maybe there's $100 in your wallet, 500 Rand, whatever currency you use. And to be honest and truthful with yourself, it's worth nothing. It's a little piece of printed paper. Um, just like the paper you put through your printer, it's maybe a bit more expensive, and it's got some nice colors and little drawings and stuff on it, but it's actually worth nothing if you look at the physical intrinsic value. So then you can go a bit further, and you can ask yourself the numbers you see on your computer or on your cell phone or on your ATM when you have a look at your bank balance. How much is that worth? And to be very honest, that's even worth less physically. It's literally just a little number, and made up from a whole lot of ones and zeros, and you get a balance. So what money's worth nothing, okay? But without money you can't survive. You don't have food, you don't have a house, you don't have a roof over your head. Um, so the point I'm trying to make here is, money is free, okay? It's all about the energy. Money is the means of expressing this specific energy in our lives, and some people have more energy in that specific realm or field. It doesn't mean that they further developed, further evolved, whatever. Just in that field, in that specific field, they've got more energy, hence more money. Um, so the next point I'm trying to make is, so how much does it cost to start a business or to buy a business? And it comes back to being free. And the reason I say that it's free is because basically, and it's not always the case, but basically everyone starts out with zero. So you get born, you go to school, your parents look after you, you get a bit older, you maybe go to college or university, and then you get your first job. So people say you need R1,000,000 or $100,000 to start a business. And yes, that value of the business might be that. The energy carried in that business might be worth $100,000. But if you look back on your history, it's free, because you started off with nothing. You started building this energy, and you accumulated some of this energy, I just want to apologize. I see the camera is focusing by itself. I don't know why it's doing that. Sorry about that, if it irritates you. Anyways, it comes back to being free. It's just time and energy. Now, if there's a guy in South Africa who wrote a book, excellent book. It's a bit hard to read, but the book's name is The Formula for Riches by Hannes Dreyer. And you can Google it and whatever, and you'll get to his website. It's got some cool courses and stuff. Anyways, the formula basically says that you need something. So you either need time, you need energy, and you need, what I mean by energy is your physical ability. So that'll include knowledge and all that. And this is not his words; it's my own seeing of it. Or you need capital, physical money, free capital, whatever, to become wealthy and rich. Now, not everyone wants to become wealthy and rich, but going back to the point, it still stays free, and I want everyone to try and take up this mindset that nothing really costs you anything. It's just energy. It's just to purchase a house. To give another example, leave the house out of the equation. Someone starts a business, they reach a ceiling of, let's say, $100,000 a year, or R1,000,000 a year. The next guy starts the same kind of business. As an example, someone starts electrical business, becoming an electrician or electrical contractor. The first guy makes a whole lot of money out of this. He drives new cars, he's got a good house. The next guy, similar ability, similar background, whatever, struggles, and he barely makes a living. And if you start contemplating these things and thinking about it, you realize that it's just energy. That's all it is. Knowledge can be increased in increments or in time. And we've got this thing in South Africa, also a bit off topic, but it's a worldwide thing where education. Go into a library, it's almost free. Go and search self-help videos on YouTube. Read articles about it. Knowledge is also just energy, and that's also free. So just look around a bit. But that's the point I'm trying to make, is all these little cogs and parts that fit together to make you a success is free. And even the money is free. So it's all just energy working together. So if you want to start a business, think about that and incorporate that mindset in your life. Try and realize that it's all just energy, and increase your knowledge base, and think about that. Then the last thing I want to discuss in this video, I see, it's getting a bit long and everyone doesn't want to watch long videos, is the law of attraction. It incorporates with everything I said. I've read some books on finances. I've watched countless amounts of videos on finances. I have listened to audiobooks on finances, and you get these guys that with the intro they say, this is not a get rich quick scheme. This is not something where you can just think and become rich. Making me think about the book Think and Go Rich. But the fact of the matter is, it is. That's the way the law of attraction works. And these people that say it doesn't work that way, they haven't done the study into the subject. Everything is free. Everything is energy. Everything is attraction. So what happens with the law of attraction is, if you start attracting stuff, it doesn't necessarily mean you're attracting money. So you can think about success and think about money. It doesn't mean that you're going to become instantaneously rich. But what the law of attraction does is it brings you certain means and ways of getting to your end purpose or end goal with what you're attracting. So if you want riches, certain wisdom will come on your path. And this could be through life challenges, through, for instance, in my case, people owe me money. um, a million different ways. Each person will be different, but books, videos, a friend telling you a story. For instance, I see that a lot of people that sort of are up and coming or talking about Bitcoin, and the people that don't really care, the subject isn't interesting. So these things tend to come on your path, and in society, we call it like attracts like, and that's exactly what it is. If you start thinking about success or happiness or joy or whatever, it doesn't mean that that thing is going to come through the law of attraction like this. It means that the means are going to come across your path. And yes, you can't just think about it. You physically need to then act on what the law of attraction is bringing you. So if it brings you a book, if a friend or your father or your grandmother or whoever hands you a book and says, listen, you read this book, it's awesome, then take up that opportunity. If you get invited to a party, go there. You might meet someone that breaks open a whole new world for you. So that's how, in my mind, the law of attraction works, and it fits in with everything here. Why money is free, and why it's easy to start a business if you've done your background in your thoughts. And so I want people to start thinking for themselves. Stop listening to one book. Take that one book, read it, analyze it, take another book on the same subject, take a totally different subject, incorporate things. As I said, make this work. It's a whole system of gears and cogs, and that's just the way my mind works. But everything, biology and nature and us and computers and everything works on very basic same principles. If you break them down to the very, very basic inner workings of everything. So everything is sort of mechanical in my mind, but in another person's mind it will be liquid or spiritual. So guys, I hope you like this video. Please share it with your friends. I'm not trying to make any money off this or get famous or whatever. I want the knowledge to go out there. I think we're in a shift in time. I think we getting on the better part of the information age, and I want people to share good content and help each other and love each other. Anyways, thumbs up guys, enjoy, cheers.